Imagine sitting in a plane, excited to go home. The flight is smooth, the cabin lights are dim, and everything seems normal. But what if I told you that in just a few minutes, this plane will crash in one of the deadliest accidents in Indian aviation history? And the worst part, the disaster was completely avoidable. This is the shocking story of Air India Express Flight 812, where an exhausted captain ignored every warning and a plane full of passengers paid the ultimate price. How did this happen? Why didn't anyone stop it? And could this terrifying mistake happen again today? Stay with me till the end because this story will change the way you think about flying. It was a regular night at Dubai International Airport. Passengers were boarding, bags were being loaded, and the pilots were getting ready for takeoff. The captain was an experienced pilot, but there was one big problem. He was exhausted. He had just returned from a long trip and was still dealing with jet lag. To make things worse, he wasn't even supposed to be flying this plane. A last-minute schedule change put him in the cockpit. At 2:45 a.m., Flight 812 took off for Mangalore, India. After about an hour in the air, the captain did something shocking. He fell asleep. That's right, the person in charge of flying the plane was snoring in his seat while the first officer managed everything alone. Mangalore Airport is one of the trickiest places to land. It's built on a hill with a short tabletop runway, and if a plane overshoots, there's a deadly drop waiting at the end. To make things even worse, the airport's air traffic control wasn't working at full capacity that night. The controllers couldn't track planes using radar, so they had to rely on voice communication. As the plane got closer to Mangalore, the first officer finally woke the captain up, but instead of calmly reviewing the approach, the captain, still groggy, started making aggressive moves to descend faster. He dropped the landing gear early and used speed brakes, but the plane was still coming in too high and too fast. Inside the cockpit, alarms started blaring. The plane's warning system shouted, "Pull up, pull up!" The first officer realized they were in serious danger and begged the captain to go around and try again. But the captain ignored him. He was determined to land, no matter what. The plane touched down way too far down the runway, leaving very little space to stop. The captain hit the brakes as hard as he could, but the aircraft was still going too fast. And then, just seconds before reaching the end of the runway, he changed his mind. He pushed the throttle forward, trying to take off again. But it was too late. The plane had already crossed the point of no return. The aircraft shot off the edge of the runway, crashed through a fence, and plunged off the cliff. Within seconds, it exploded into flames. Out of the 166 people on board, only 8 survived. Investigators later found that the main cause of the crash was pilot fatigue and poor decision making. The captain, exhausted and disoriented, ignored all the warnings. The first officer knew something was wrong but didn't have the authority to take control because of strict airline rules. This tragedy could have been avoided with just one simple decision: to go around and attempt a safer landing. But in aviation, small mistakes can quickly add up to disaster. Flight 812 is a heartbreaking reminder of why following safety procedures is so important. Would you ever board a plane if you knew the pilot hadn't slept properly? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to hear more shocking aviation stories, don't forget to like and subscribe.